Alright. We connected now? And I was losing some connection. I think we're back. What's good? Today we are doing Crocs replays from over this past weekend. We're going to start with AL. Accept. One, game two, game three. I might have to change around my replays. What's up, Jackal? What up, Jackal? Welcome in, dude. Problem is I don't have them named correctly. Alright. We're gonna have to redo this. Give me 1 second, guys. This should be it. Let's see here. All right. This is the start of the RL replays. This should be game one. Hopefully I got it right. Went to the beach yesterday and you got fried? Sunburn? I knew what you meant. I didn't think you would actually get fried. Let me post in the Discord real quick. So we got Jackal and Camaro versus Warhorse and Senor Flip Flop. So let's get into it. Camaro kind of half cheats. Even the half cheat there, just kind of going forward you still dusted. Look how deep that ball got, and you still dusted into it. So he kind of does a little cheat as well, but you still beat him over top. That was kind of a weird demo, but Jackal, you have free please, I beg of you. What do you beg of me, dude? But you have free range to go for this ball because he got demoed there. His car sticks. That is a really weird demo. Yeah, that was a weird one. But you have free range to go for this ball because he got demoed. So he's going to spawn back at one of the corners, going to have full boost. You can full send that. And he hesitated a little bit, but you eventually go. Camaro baited out of it, but baited out a 50 there, or hit for him to throw it away. Stayed on pretty well. That's not a bad little ball to keep in. So you go for boost here. I would just get you want to focus on a little bit, especially on your rotation back when your teammate is, you know, his back is to this ball. It's in our corner. Pick up a couple boost pads and see if he gets a 50 before you go to this full. Because you get to 50, if Senor was there, he should have scored that, right? You guys had to scramble to get it back. And there you had plenty of space to kind of take control of this ball. Look at you have a full field of space here. And you bang it forward right back to them. Then it's their possession. That's a good demo there. Stole their boost. Now Warhorse can't get them. Senor spawns in the same corner that you just stole the boost from. So you know that they're low. Especially here. After that demo, Camaro, try to get a couple boost pads, which you do. Instead of rotating all the way to the corner, try to be there for Jackal. Because he could have passed it out mid and you would have been there. And then it doesn't take you forever to get to this ball. I don't know why replays are lagging a little bit, but Jackal, that's a nice turn to get that goal. Alright. Let's see here. Good cheat. And that's a fine 50 because he slowed him down. Gave Camaro a little bit of time to get back. And he takes control of the ball because he noticed Warhorse was waiting. Instead of banging it straight back into him, he took possession of the ball. That's a good 50. And that's a good controlling touch there, Camaro. But you can catch this ball because he leaves that ball as soon as he hits it forward there. Look how much boost he uses on the back wall. Obviously you can't see the boost, but he uses all of this boost to get on the back wall. You can catch that instead of... You did do a good job controlling it there, but a catch would give you immediate possession. Thanks for the follow, How what's up, dude? Instead you have to kind of... You do a really good job, but you didn't have to do all this on the wall to kind of get it around Senor. And that's a little bit of a communication error there. Just call him off, Jackal. Like, I got this, because you have a 1v1 at that point. I know Camaro just landed, but all that stems from catching this ball here instead of hitting it to the side. You got the boost, and then you had to recenter it, then you land in Jackal's way. Jackal, that's a good attempt at a shot there. I know you didn't hit it with everything, but you have full boost. Just slow it down a little bit because you could have banged that corner, right? 1v. I'm good, bro. Not 1v1ing during a replay review. It's good. Force it to the side there. Good communication. Camaro telling you that you have, or he has the ball, so you can stay in the play a little bit. That's a good double by Camaro. And Jackal, that cut's really good too. You got full boost. Senor's backwards. Warhorse just jumped and he's landing. So even if he doesn't finish this, you're still there to, you know, follow it up. Yeah, we'll do JL next. Let's see the kickoff. So you're up 2-0. What in the lag is that? That was a laggy touch, no? You get a 50 here. What the hell? A little server latency. That's a good bump on Senor there, Camaro. That's not a bad effort, Jackal. This one... Where are you? I would stay right there. Don't go any closer until... Because now you're just kind of out of... like, striking distance, kind of. You could have had a shot there. Just slow it down a little bit. Good boost grab, Camaro. You kind of go to help Camaro out a little bit too quickly here. So if you see, Camaro's got his back to the ball, but he cuts up. So that's just kind of communicate that Camaro that you still have that ball, right? And that's good. You recognize that he has the ball. You backed up a little bit, and you're in a spot to follow it up. I don't know what you did there because it lagged. I don't know why this replay is so laggy, but I don't know what to tell you there because it lags so bad. That's a good force, Camaro. And Jackal here, you're out of boost. You need to get all these small pads that are available, or just let Camaro go because he's got the full boost. Get some boost. You missed a couple boost pads. You missed 2 there. Now you can't go. Camaro went back because he saw you forward, and that means he has to back off even with the boost. Camaro forces him forward. You're still back for the 50. And I don't mind that push. Make him do something that gives Camaro. He's got full boost in the back. Should be able to handle that, right? And that's exactly what happened. Right here, I would just let him go, Jackal. You're kind of lingering forward instead of, you know, getting some boost and being in a good spot to follow-up touches, because he has all the boost. He could have followed that up while you wrap around, get a couple boost pads, and then you're in a better spot to possibly finish that instead of Camaro coming in. And this isn't a bad go either. You kept it in play, giving Camaro a little bit of time. But you go for a pass, and Camaro's not there. That's just like a communicating where you're at on the field. Because you know Jackal's in this corner. He gets his first touch. Just say you're low or you're midfield. Something like that. So he either puts on a shot or takes it a little bit slower, because then you get caught forward. Because he went for the pass. Now you think you have to get there because he gets the bump, but then he pops it over you. And now it's a breakaway, right? Especially up to, you don't need to play so far forward to get that. And that's just an unfortunate beat here, Jackal. You had to avoid the demo, putting you a little bit off of that 50. You're going to give up some goals like that. That's all right. Good cheat. So you had enough time here, Jackal. Go grab that boost. Camaro, communicate that you're going to this corner, stealing theirs. Basically, just say that, stealing theirs, stealing theirs. So that means Jackal can go get that midfield boost. And then you see how you're both about the same boost here when you go 50 that? You're going to get to the ball at the same time. If you grab that boost, you can probably boost above him, even though you still beat him. Just gives a little cleaner of a touch. Camaro, that's a good cut there. Take possession of the ball. Jackal, you got bumped there, so just communicate that you got bumped. So that he knows he needs to take this ball to goal. Don't pass it because you're not going to be able to get there, right? Or at least, you know, slow it down a little bit for that pass. And there, Jackal, you just got to call him off because you are in position there. He takes his time. You get it around one. Jackal, that should be your ball because, look, you can shoot it right there. Warhorse has a chance of saving it. But you guys don't get a shot because you don't communicate. And that's alright. That's not a bad effort there. Stealer boost. It's a good cut to keep it there. You take the 50. Camaro can get boost there. And even though you went forward a little bit too far, Camaro, here after the boost, I would grab this boost and kind of rotate back. Instead, you go forward, and then you're too far to kind of basically what you did, just instantly go back instead of, because now you're just in a little bit of an awkward. It's a great shot from him. Yeah, and you have full boost. Not many people are going to double tap an AL like that, but the only thing you can do there is jump. Because you jumping there is going to put pressure on them, and he might, you know, panic on the on his shot instead of getting a clean double, kind of a free double. If you jump there, it's going to throw him off just enough to maybe that he hits the post instead of that going in. That's good rotation. The replay is lagging. I don't know if it lagged while you guys are playing here. Okay, that one was smooth, but on this one, just unfortunate. Instead of trying to flip off of the back wall here, because you go on back wall and it's the right play, he just didn't hit it as hard as you probably thought. So trying to catch that. And then Jackal, you were on kickoff, so you're getting back still. There's not much you can do there, Jackal. So you gave up back-to-back goals, kind of swung this game around in their favor. Oh yeah, just call him off there, Jackal, because then Camaro can rotate out and get boost to follow you up. Because that is right down for next game. We're going to wait till next game. A good slow play. Forced the 50 out. It's kind of laggy, so I don't know exactly what happened there, but that's a nice clear by Camaro. Got him beat on the way back. Jackal, you realize he's got the ball. You rotate back. Let it bounce in the corner. You just got to go a little bit sooner. So going sooner there will help you, because you missed this ball because you went too quick, right? So you're in the right spot, you just missed the ball, basically. I wouldn't even say going faster would have helped you there either, but a couple misses is alright. You're gonna have that. It's just gonna happen. What the? Why is this replay so laggy? Kind of weird. You kind of rotated right on top of Camaro here, Jackal. So it slowed down Camaro a little bit, but not really much harm there. But that's a good take. Good opportunity there. Was that game one? I don't know. Okay. Let me set this up for game 2. All right, let's see. Good little pop over. Went a little bit too far, that's all right. Kind of going back and forth. You're keeping possession, though. Yep, let Camaro go here. You rotate out. Grab that full boost. Or was it not there? It looks like it just appeared as you did that flip, but even after that, rotate the other way, grab that boost. And then you double commit here. So Camaro, this is actually Jackal's ball. Jackal's got the angle and the momentum. Let him bang it into this corner. You just wrap around mid here for the pass. Instead you kind of commit, and now no one's going to be there. He does miss. And another miss because Senor didn't have boost. You're able. Basically, I mean, it works out for you guys, but this is basically how it would have been if you rotated the right way. So you snag their boost on them, which is great, because now look how empty they are, and you guys have the other players cheating. Just beat them to the ball and put it. The other players cheating. Just beat them to the ball and put it at least towards goal. And that's exactly what happened. You score off of it. Did you mess up your kickoff here, or is this the replay bugging out? I'm not sure exactly what happened then. You're gonna have little, mistakes like that. You do good rotating all the way back and grab that mid. This is why you grab that mid, because he's grabbing it. Now he's full and he's behind you. You can probably go for a demo here. I don't know if he does, but he can definitely grab that boost on him, because he's flown all the way back here. One of you guys, I think it was Camaro, grabbed the corner. Grab that, and because it's part of boost starving them. And that's exactly how you got the first goal, is you had left them on 0 boost. And then they kind of panic at that point because they don't have any. So you're already this close to it. Just go grab it. I'm guessing that he's going to try to demo you here. He misses the demo, but that's the outcome. Instead, if he hits that demo, you're out of the play and he still has boost. But if you grab that boost, he can't demo you and he has to panic and get back. I know that wasn't the best touch there, Jackal, but keeping it in their corner is still good. You have more time, get a couple boost pads, go in to clear it. That's good, keeping possession there, and you pop it right over him, because he's not expecting you to slow that down. He's expecting you here to just bang it back into him, and then it's a free ball for them, right? He's fully expecting you to hit this ball right into him. But instead, you take your time, pop it over him. He does get the boost on you. You stay with the play a little bit, and you kind of force him to make a mistake because you're on his ass, right? He doesn't have much to do, especially in AL. Like, the higher skills are either going to pop this over you or just ride with it and go up and over this way. But because you're there, he has to think about it for a second, so he makes a mistouch. Does get back to 50 Camaro. But you guys bought yourself plenty of time. You missed that full. Camaro does get the full, but that doesn't... Just because you missed this, you did the right thing. Really good rotation. You missed it. Don't turn around and try to grab it because Camaro's going to come get this. You guys could bump each other, and then they have a free ball here because they just kind of throw it away. Instead, you go straight up, rotate up, force something. And that's exactly what you did. You forced them to, you know, you at least threw off their attacking position. Because Warhorse could have banged this into the corner, right? But because you went, he doesn't know how much boost you have. So you kind of force them to throw away their chance there. And that's not a bad go. Because he definitely could have put this shot on. And this is why because this ball goes out a little bit farther than your other, like, kickoffs have. Allowing him to get there. And you do the right thing, you get back, you full boost. You slow it down. And again, you popped it right over him. That's exactly why you take possession, slow it down. Now you gotta buy time for Camaro because he full sent, right? You just go a little bit too far towards the sidewall, but you're able to get back. It's not a bad 50. Stay with the play a little bit. You know, your presence there is making them at least think and slowing them down. That was just a weird 50. Sinjor probably should have scored there. It's a good 50 by Camaro. Grab your full boost and you go up, rotate with him. So let me see you. You get a good 50. He misses. He has to stop that ball, so you steal the boost right in front of him, which is really good. Now he's out. Just carry it towards the net. It can be that easy, right? Up 4, over halfway through the game. Jackal, you want to be trying to grab small pads here. Small pads isn't very high, so it was a, you know, I wouldn't say that's too bad. Just a little unfortunate. But if you had a little bit more boost, you could have got a better 50. And that's where the small pads come into play. And yeah, go for the ball. That's not. I was gonna say grab this court or grab this side, but it comes off the wall so fast that if you grab the boost, you're not. Because that's a really good shot opportunity there. You just put it a little bit wide, and he had a great clear on that. That's all right going for that. Made him think a little bit. This isn't a bad cut either. I would have cut. Forget the boost here. If you're gonna cut right here, go 50. Because you are getting boost, but now he's just carrying it up for free, right? Now Camaro has to go. It's not a bad rotation, but I would cut this just to keep it in their offensive half or on their defensive half. On your offensive half, you know what I mean? That's still not bad. That lagged again, a little weird. Camaro just misses. So the first goal, too aggressive. Second, just a simple miss, right? And you're gonna miss balls. It's just gonna happen. That ends up working out very well for you. That ends up working out very well for you guys because you try to take the ball here, or you're at least 50 or bump him. And you might have, I mean, you just being there kind of forces him out to do something, right? And that's exactly what happened is he had to think for a second, right? He had to think, oh, I just avoided that demo. Now I got a 50, and now it's in their net. Before they even realize what happened, you got it into their net, right? That's part of the being aggressive, and that's, you know, the first goal you were too aggressive, but this is the outcome of being too aggressive there. You got in his way. He's hearing you in his headset, your engine noise. It was kind of a little bit of panic, and it ends up in their net because of it. So I'd rather you stay aggressive like that. And this one, grab that boost. Camaro did good pulling off. Just an unfortunate backlift. I mean, that's not bad pulling off that. Just get back. Alright. You see, so you guys almost bump each other here, right? So, Jackal, you had to have known he is going to 50 this hit as a goal opportunity. And they don't make you pay for that. Little weird communication here. Camaro goes for 50. You guys kind of back up into each other. But you still got possession. A little bit of a miss 50. There, once you lose that, that's also a communication thing. So you don't 50 it here. Camaro just call him off here because you want to cut back. But you know, once you realize Camaro's there, you do the right thing, rotate back. And that's not bad. You just hit it backwards. That's all it's gonna happen. And that's a great flick by Senor. Let's see, Camaro. I'm not upset with that. That's not bad. You could have let him flick this, because you know it would have been probably if you go back post, let him flick it. You at least 50 it in the air. So just make your wide rotations on defense. I would say. I'm not even gonna write that down, but just make your, especially when you're on defense, make that wide rotation through back post. Because now it's costing you 2 goals. Because now it's costing you 2 goals. What happened here on kickoff? Did that lag in real time? Because it looked like Camaro had the right path, but then it lags past him. Yeah, that might. The first goal, you're a little bit too aggressive, which is fine. I don't mind that at all because you're a little aggressive. I don't mind that at all because you're a little aggressive. Second goal was just a miss. Third goal was a backflip. And fourth one was a nice play. So all of the goals that you gave up, you gave up 4 goals total. Only 1 goal they did something, you know, good. The other goals were a little free. 2 of them were just misses. One's a miss, one's a backflip. You're going to have that a couple times, but. So series is 1-1 at this point. Going to game 3. Camaro, looked like you wanted to go to the corner and then you ended up cheating. Oh, you just grabbed that boost pad. Okay, that's fine. That's why you cheat. Easy beat. He didn't cheat. You got the ball for free. Jackal didn't get boost. You did the right thing. Rotated wide. Forced him to do something. Your car there, even though you didn't have boost, even though you didn't touch it, you being there made him touch the shot. You could have got a little bit more boost on your way back, but that's all right. Because if they score that, I would have. So you have boost. You don't get a strong 50, but you do, you know, stop it from rolling towards our net. Look where you land, Jackal. Just grab that corner. I know you want to get back and help, but Just got, because now you would have had full here. And now you're breaking out, right? Camaro gets full there, gets 50'd. You do good control. You waited on the boost for a second, thinking it was going to come back, but that's alright. Camaro gets demoed, but you stay with the play. And the way you positioned yourself there, you have possession of the ball. You just lose the 50. Camaro outruns the demo. There you go. Good shot. So, let me see what happens here. So you lose that 50. I would rather see you get these small pads, because if he loses this 50 or get demoed, they could take a direct shot to this, you know, close post, and you wouldn't have been able to get it because you went all the way to get boost. So if you take that path, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, 5 or 6, or even right there. You know, that's 70 boost. That ends up working really well. Camaro forces him to clear the ball a little farther than he wanted to, and you're there to follow it up. That's good rotation. Did because you're still over there, right? Did because you're still over there, right? Doesn't hurt you guys at all. And on this one, Camaro, I would take your time, because Senor flips past you, doesn't go for the ball. Now it's a 2v1, right? But it's not a 2v1 if you take it up and lose, you know, the 50 there. Almost get a goal out of it. But I would take a little bit more possession, keep it on the ground for a second, and make him really think about defense, right? So let's see here. That's a great touch by Warhorse, actually, to pop it over the rest of the way. That's a good 50. A good stop, Camaro. Put on a weak shot because he panicked a little bit. And that's good, Jackal. Bring it to your own corner safely, especially with low boost. Just staying on as much as you possibly can. Forced out a bad touch. And Camaro could have put a shot on there. Just a little miss hit. It's alright. That's a good pop to yourself, and you follow it up, forcing them to do something in defense. On your rotate out here, Jackal, just go a little bit closer to the midline. You grab the boost on him, which is perfect. Part of boost starving him. Just rotate a little bit farther, probably out more towards this boost pad. Because he's got to take it past 2 here, right? Yeah, I'm not mad about that. You had just enough boost to get back. You're cheated a little bit too far because Camaro takes this close post, right? So technically, so if you see where the ball's at here, if Camaro loses this ball, right, which he does, he rotates around back post. But because the direct shot came in and it goes that way, it's still technically Camaro's ball. Just wait here. Grab that boost pad, back up. Unless you communicated that you're going, because Camaro does look like he pulled off here and he's not going, right? So that's a good communication. So I'm not saying that's bad rotation, but it would be bad rotation if you didn't communicate, because Camaro had boost there. He could have went and 50'd that. And if you both went and 50'd that, you're giving up a goal, like, chance, right? So you're doing good, slowing it down. Tried to pop it over. Warhorse, you know, made a good cut there. So here. Again, just wait there. Because he could have touched that. If you wait here, see what's going to happen. That's Camaro's ball. If Warhorse doesn't demo him here, that's Camaro's ball, right? He gets demoed. Now it's a 2v1. You have 2 options. And you do... I wouldn't say that's the wrong thing. But now you're completely out of play. So if he beats you, it's just... you have to hope Camaro, you know, respawns and is able to get back. That's not a bad cut there, Jackal. That's not a bad cut there, Jackal. Got a good 50. Right here, I wouldn't go for this. Right, and you do pull off. Camaro probably says that he's got it. But once this goes over, your first thing you should do, boost pad, boost pad, boost pad. You should get 3 out of 4 of these, right? You get 1, 2. Still not bad. Camaro took 1 on his way up. What is this ball doing? Were you guys lagging or no? Because look at your touch. Like, it's a good catch, and then it just fuck. I don't know. I don't know if it's a replay bug or if you guys were actually lagging. So Camaro had a, you had a little bit of a bad touch there because that's just a recenter for them. Luckily, Jackal was in the right position. Camaro, you did the right thing, waiting back post, see what's going to happen. Slowed him down enough for Jackal to clear it. And you staying behind the ball made him hesitate. He had you beat all day, Jackal, right? He has you beat right here. But because you stayed behind the ball, it made him not want to commit to that. And now he's a little bit awkward. You go back, grab the boost. You do get bumped off, but you're just making it awkward, which is good. That's not bad, Jackal. Send it all the way. You guys end up bumping each other here. Yeah. And look where it goes, right? So grab these 2 boosts, even maybe this one, and sit here, right? And you have them beat here. Bam. Right? I don't know. That ball went into the ground there. I don't know what's going on. That's a good lead for Camaro. That's a good wait to see what he's going to do. You take a wide path. You just missed the ball there, given he probably should have. Just slow it down a little bit. Because that they should have scored there. Camaro grabs the boost in front of him. This is lagging like crazy right now. And they get caught out here. So let's watch their defense and how they get caught out, right? Senor sends it in the corner, hoping for a pass. Camaro's just there. He's way out of play. He went back all the way and grabbed boost, right? And then he's panicking because Senor probably said, mid. He's not there. He's trying to panic, get into play. Now that ball's end up over his head. And you guys win the game because of it. And you guys, your rotations have been pretty good. Nothing like that has happened in both the series that I've watched so far, which is real, instances where, if you just take a little bit wider of a path at the ball or on defense or even, waiting for a center, because honestly, you and Camaro are both faster than these guys. So if you give yourself a little bit of space for a little bit of a mistouch or not a perfect pass, you're still there to be able to beat them for an opportunity, right? All right. So we're up 2-1 in the series. This is game 4. A little wider turns, yeah. Just to give you a little bit more room for a mistake. Because if you were as close as you were, if they get a pinch and it goes towards our net, you weren't going to be able to get back there. So you got to position yourself a little bit wider, a little bit farther back for that worst case scenario, but also because the pass isn't going to be perfectly to you, it gives you just a little bit more room to play with. You know what I mean? So that's not a bad catch there. Just pops away a little bit farther than you'd like. You make him double, put a shot on over the top of you, right? And you try to, float in the air, to prevent that shot. It's just a little bit slow. So if you catch that, not put it out in front of you so far, you wouldn't have given up a goal here. Now I want to see Jackal's rotation here. So you 50 him there. Yeah, you just weren't able to recover. And that's part of catching it too, is you're buying time for your teammate. Playing it slow here, there's not really, I mean, you're in a 1v1 situation here too, so you want to immediately control it, right? Because then you have all advantage, but instead you hit it a little bit too far forward, and he puts on a nice shot. And Jackal in the corner here doesn't get this, smoothest landing, but even if you whip and grab that boost, you're probably not reaching that. You almost still did, but wrapping around, getting that boost, and then going there, you probably would have been in the same position. I don't think you would have stopped that shot. If you would have landed a little bit smoother and instantly grabbed it and rotated around, you probably would have been there. But you didn't land smooth. You didn't have enough boost to get there. Grabbing the boost would have slowed you down even more. I don't think you would have gotten it. So another thing is, like, because you didn't land smooth, a thing that I've learned, and it's gotten me to be a lot faster, especially on recoveries, and, like, I can get to the next ball without the other player, like, thinking that I can get there, is as soon as you land, hold down your power slide. So that way, you don't bounce around as much when you land. If you have and you made Senor a little slow, and you made Senor a little slow on his clear there as well, giving you enough time to get back to help Camaro. I mean, it's tough to go for that one too. You didn't do the wrong thing there. Camaro takes control of it. On this one, just communicate that he has a man on, because he almost gets demoed here. What in the world is that path? That lag is insane. So it looks like he tries to demo you, misses you, and then morphs over to the other side of the post and goes for Camaro. But just let him know that he's got a man on there. And, the outcome wasn't bad at all. And that's part of this rotation here, because you played a little bit slow. You kind of wait, and you kind of float to see what happens, and it goes right to you. Right? A little mistouch to the right, which is fine. Camaro gets a nice demo. Camaro puts a shot on, just a little wide. But that's still a really good rotation, coming from our corner where they're, putting a little bit of pressure on. We end up rotating really good out, rotating with each other. You had an opportunity at a shot. Camaro steals the boost, you get full boost, you're right back in it. On this one, it's kind of tough. So you're using your boost there a little bit. You do grab that, which I think you ended up cooking him because he thought you were going to pass a Jackal. So it works pretty good. He had to slam on the brakes. And you did good at the outcome, but I would just pass out the Jackal there. Did cook him, but those passes, especially in twos, dude, if you guys can get your passes down, it's over. No one's standing a chance, right? Good 50. So you had a good kickoff. Camaro, you did good to stay in that play. And Jackal absolutely buries that. So there's a good center ball. You try to, go for a ceiling shot, which kind of throws Warhorse off. But he wasn't saving that anyway. That's a good kickoff play out of both of you, honestly. So you're up 2-1, 2.5 left. Where do you go here, Jackal? Okay, you let Camaro take that, which is fine. You could have taken a little bit more possession of this. I know Warhorse is there. But you throw it in their corner, which is, again, fine. You get a nice 50 out of it. Camaro, the nice pop. Nice try at the double. Definitely nice try at the double. Try to 50 it, and that's alright. Double. Definitely nice try at the double. Try to 50 it, and that's alright. And you guys got to be communicating right here. That's all Jackal's ball, right? That's all Jackal's ball, right? Camaro has to slam on the brakes to let you hit that, though. That's a good 50. Slowing it down, that's good. It's a little bit too heavy of a pop. That's alright. That's a good weight there, Jackal. Got a nice clear out of it. That's not a bad chance. Not a bad try at all. So here, they end up scoring off of this, right? Instead of popping it right back into him, you saw Camaro went full sent for that, right? So Camaro's out of the play now. He does bump him. Warhorse is waiting for you to touch that, right? He did read you. And something that you can do here, instead of putting it in the middle where he can jump and beat you, which is what he does, let this roll, right? So here. So instead of cutting this back, you could play this into your own corner. Or you could, since he's going to wait on you, he threw on the brakes, right? He's just kind of getting their heads, having them not know what you guys are going to do. Yeah, take control of it, don't pop it as well. You could have tried to flick it over the top, just dribble it straight into him and take the 50, because that would have been better than popping it there and he gets a free shot, right? So I don't mind that full send. I think you're able to get back here. Camaro's got it under control. He does have 0 boost, does get full boost there. Slowing the play down. That's good. See, kind of what you did right there. Almost exactly what you did right there. So look. Senor pops it over to the side. Kind of a free ball. Kind of messes up. Instead of, banging it into the corner, banging it, whatever, you slow it down, dragged him in, and now you have full control of that ball. You probably should have scored that one, unfortunate though, but that's a great save by him. But because you did that, popped it over that first man, you had a great, shot opportunity there. That first man, you had a great, shot opportunity there. If you're going to go all the way over there, grab that boost. I think you guys have a chance here. These pass of your guys' cards don't make sense. I know you didn't do that in game. I know for a fact you didn't do that in game. But what in the world is this? Like, what? Okay, so you teleport onto the ball here. Let's see what happens. And that's a great shot, and that's a great save by him. That's exactly, you did nothing wrong here, and there's nothing you could have done really differently besides, I mean, look at where you place that ball, look where he's at. That's a great save by him. It's a good place shot. And he bumps Camaro, and you end up losing the game. That's all right. I mean, overall, a good game. I mean, not too many mistakes. Obviously, when we're slowing it down in replays like this, obviously, you're going to find a little bit more mistakes. And this is just if we can fix just, you know, the smallest of mistakes that are going to allow you to, you know, either score more goals, stop more goals. It's going to help you win more games, right? So slowing it down, I know these are split-second decisions that you have to make. You're not going to make every split-second decision. You're not going to, you know, do the right thing every single time. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. So Camaro, you cheat a little bit too hard here. Does go over the top there. Able to get back. Able to get your corner. Just fine. You should get that corner, yep. That looked like you hit that ball. It even made the sound. So there's a little ghost touch. Oh, well, you guys can't. Now let's watch. So you could cheat a little bit too far there, Camaro, but you're able to get back, you're able to get your corner, you're able to get it clear. And then here, it makes a sound that you hit that, Jackal. So I'm going to guess that was ghost touch. That's all right. Just get back in rotation. That's not a bad full send. You just got to watch it a little bit. And that's good awareness, Camaro here. You get that bump on him. You see Seniors in front of him looking for a demo on Jackal. You slow the play down. Allow Jackal to get back into it. Actually, you get back into it, so. Not bad at all. So see how you're completely out of this play, Jackal, because you went for full boost in the corner? Look where both of them are. Where's the ball? The ball's up. Really good cut. Fortunate. Warhorse has been playing really good to stop those plays. Because he made a huge save to win them the game last game. And then this probably saved a goal as well. See, that wide turn gave you a chance to control this ball. Popped it forward. He was just able to get back. Because I think if he doesn't get that 50, if he doesn't get that ball into their corner, you probably score that. So he did really good defense there. Camaro using the wall there to take that 50 was good. Jackal, that's a really good cut. They weren't expecting you. This is the first double commit I've seen. So just communicate here. This right here. That's Camaro's. It can be both your balls there. This ball could be both of yours, but you just gotta talk. If one of you guys don't go for this, either one of you are probably scoring this, right? Camaro gets a little bad touch because you committed, and you probably could have finished that into the other corner, but you can't get there because Camaro committed, right? And that's the first time I've seen a double commit in the whole series. Really good sign. Went for a 50. Made him that 50, forced him to miss a shot. It looked like you're about to own goal there, Jackal. It looked like you're about to own goal there, Jackal. So good job letting that roll past. I don't know how that doesn't roll in. The right play. That should have been a goal. You got kind of robbed on that, Jackal. I've seen that roll in 95% of the time. You got absolutely robbed on that one. You guys are keeping the pressure on, which is good. Here, Jackal, I would just let Camaro go. Right here. Go get that. Camaro, leave the mid boost for him and take the ball from him instead. And then, Jackal, you take that corner or that mid. Let Camaro go in here. Because look at, if you just let Senor, you know, pop that out and Camaro's there waiting patiently, free ball for you, right? Instead, you get 50'd. You both, you know, have full boost, which is fine. That's a good pop because I don't know if that would have been on. Let's see. It would have been close. So here, Camaro, instead of shooting it, he's on the sidewall. I guess if you, he's on the sidewall. I guess if you know, put the shot on accurately, you score. But you can also take control of this and just take the 1v1. Still not a bad idea shooting that, but just a little late on that, Jackal. Which is alright. Still keeping the pressure on. Senor with a really good turn there. Keeping it on the side. Camaro comes in, takes it. You're cheating a little too far in there. Oh yeah, if that's behind you, Jackal, just leave it. So now you backflip and you're a little bit slow to get back. A little bit of a missed touch there. Oh yeah, take your wider turn here. You cut way too soon. Now you have to throw it in reverse. You kind of put on the brakes twice, right? So if you rotate to this back post, even if you don't go all the way in, if you sit right here, right? So, hold on, let's see. So if you come over here, you had the right idea, you started going this way. So you'd be there about right now. Rotation issue, so that first 50 ends up in one of our corners away. You just get more of the ball. The first one was popped up in front of our net. I think it was Camaro who got bumped out of the way. Rolls in, they take the lead, win that game. This one, you're in a little bit of a weird spot, so you didn't get enough power on your clear. And then, you know, you get demoed. You ended up popping it up, and they score. And that's how they win the series, right? See, like there, you took a little bit wider than you usually do. Usually you'd be a little bit closer here. Because you took such a wide path, you beat them, and you took it into their corner, in our corner. That's a good look for that demo there. That is the right play there. Because now you force Senor to jump. He hits it a little awkward. Camaro gets there for a center. Camaro gets there for a center. So you should be looking for little boost pads real quick. That's a good defensive play by Warhorse. You did the right thing. Just try to 10 seconds left. You have to work from your back wall. So good communication to let Camaro take that. Now you're just a little bit awkward. Especially with 10 seconds left. Keeping it on their side is huge, right? Because you never get it back onto their side. Especially with 10 seconds left. Just be a little bit patient. Even... Let's see what happens here, actually. So... Camaro hits it there. I would stop right there, actually. Stop right here. He's going to have to beat 2. Maybe he gets a shot. But if they get it clear and you're too close, you have no threat because it goes right over your head, right? The rest of this, you know what happens. So... Two of the biggest takeaways that you guys can work on. This goes for both of you. Small pads so that you can keep the offensive pressure up instead of rotating all the way back, going for a big boost, and then they have momentum coming towards you. Get a couple boost pads, keep the play alive, even if it's just sending it back in their corner. Because then they're going to scramble a little bit. You have time to get a boot or that full pad. Or that you have time for that full pad to, respawn. And then you're right there waiting for a midline instead of going all the way back to the corner. And now you played great. I know you guys didn't win the series, but you guys played good enough to win. Went game 5. You lost. You guys played good enough to win. Went game 5. You lost the last 2 games by 1 goal. Not a bad series. Don't hang your head. I know it's heartbreaking, and saying that it's heartbreaking only proves that you give a shit, right? That you actually care about the game and what's going on, and you want to win, and it's a good thing to be a little heartbroken over that. Absolutely. So let's go JL. I'm missing a game. Let me see here. This is EL. So I need JL replays. I thought I had this all set up, but evidently not. Let's see. I know it's a heartbreaking loss. But you'd rather lose a series like that way early in the season than in the playoffs or like towards the end of the season to get the playoffs where it really matters. Is this it? Perfect. We don't have a stream match this week. Interesting. Anyway, let's go JL. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So let's start these replays for JL. Let's see here. JL. Let's see here. All right, we got Hounded. Actually, I don't think it does a sound. He has a skateboard pop. So Hound here, I would does a sound. He has a skateboard pop. So Hound here, I would cheat, but you, again, ends up working just fine for you guys. That was a reset, nice. So you both stayed in this play a little bit too long. Yeah, Heiser there, I would just rotate out. So you get a nice little play there. As soon as Hound takes that ball, you definitely want to rotate to at least midfield here, right? Because Slipstream could have put on a direct shot. There's no way any of you guys are going to get back. That's a good cut to take it off the roof of him, giving Hound some time to get some boost. That's a good 50. Heiser, you jumped a little bit too soon because if you lose that 50, Hound already missed, right? So if he beats you here, another opportunity for them for a free goal, right? Ends up working out in your guys' favor because they both messed it up. Skateboard pop is the best. Debatable. Debatable. If you feel more comfortable not cheating, that's alright, but I definitely would pretty much always cheat. That's good patience, Hound. Just kind of waited to see what they did, and they didn't really do much with it. Hound just kind of waited to see what they did, and they didn't really do much with it. Good pull off there to get back. This is where communication of playing with each other is going to help as well. But you just lost that 50, Colada, rotate back. Just rotate out of that play. Because you cut right back into the play. Hound's got it, but you double committed there. And they had a chance to score off of it. That was a good second touch there, Hound. Bumped each other, that's alright. You see it? I don't know, Jackal, if you're still here, but look at Hound's rotation after that. He doesn't go immediately for full boost. This is really good rotation, Hound. Small pad, small pad, small pad. And you see, he's almost half full now. And he didn't have to go to the full boost to get there. Give him just enough boost to defend. That was perfect. Let it bounce because it's a little awkward. That was good. Lotto comes in and takes it. So Hound, you go on the other side here. Instead of being on that side of the boost pad, I would go on this one. Just from the way they take the path up here, see what happens, because you can still go all the way around this goal and get a pass that goes this way. But if he loses a bad 50 this way, you're not going to be able to get there from there. The only option is to take it back. Come out, and you're 50 them. Colada gets time to come back. But Colada does a good job buying you time with that. But Colada does a good job buying you time with that demo. Kind of bails the rotation out a little bit. That's a good way to keep the ball in the play. You had a nice little pop. Where did Hound go here? You went all the way back for mid or corner, didn't you? So Hound keeps it in. Look at all the boost pads right here that you don't go for. And he's... Although you probably wouldn't have been able to turn, get all these boost pads and be there for the shot. And you end up getting back into play. So it doesn't really hurt much, but just kind of focus more on the small pads so that you can keep it into that play. Keep that play on their offensive half. That's a good clear, good follow-up touches. Good patience, Heiser. Now you're both stuck in that corner there. So, let's see here. So you got bumped, which probably put you into that. Hound, I would just wait here. Where did you end up at? So you get bumped too. Just following Heiser here isn't the wrong play. Just stop here. This Heiser ends up, you know, could have definitely gotten that 50. But it just gives you a little bit more time. He throws it into our zone. You get a nice demo. Just go straight for this demo. Just go straight for this corner. And let Heiser take it, because he's got full boost. He's facing the ball. Now you have to turn around. It's a little bit awkward. Takes a little bit too much time. And now he's back to 50 you. If you let Heiser take that, look where Slipstream is. If Heiser takes that, he can take it up this wall or hit it off of this wall, and he's probably not going to get a good 50. Instead, you turn around, take the ball, and now you have to win a 50 there, basically. And again, this is, you know, little small pieces that are going to help you overall in rotation. It's going to help you overall in the game. And help you win games, help you give up less goals and this kind of thing. But a lot of these things that I'm saying you're not getting punished for them. But those are plays that you can be punished for. What's up, forehead? You know what I mean? What's up, Heiser? Thanks for the foul, dude. So here you just kind of wait a little bit too long, Hound. Go 50 that. Keep it in their side. Instead, he gets a nice flick, and he almost scores because of it. It's good defense still. But you don't want to give them enough space so that they can get the ball on top of their car. Because that's what's going to... is bang it back against one of these walls, and then Hades can come out and clear it the rest. And Hades can come out and clear it the rest of the way, right? So I would just kind of wait back and just kind of play defense, I guess. You know what I mean? Wait back and get the 50 so he can't carry this all the way across our field. And Hound has to dive in and save it. A lot of, like, the hesitation and everything like that is going to allow them... You don't want to allow them too much space where they can gather themselves and actually do something mechanical. You want to avoid any kind of mechanical anything challenge. And part of that is pulling off when it's a little bit awkward and we don't have any advantage there by going for it. 15 when, you know, he just gets it collected. You know how frustrating that is. I know everyone who's played Rocket League knows how frustrating it is as soon as you collect the ball on top of your hood and you're instantly challenged, right? Like, oh, I didn't even have time to flick it. Finally, had a, you know, decent setup, but he, you know, full sent 50'd me. Something like that, you know, that's frustrating, right? And it doesn't, you know, you get the save off of it. And that's a really good, you know, try at a demo. It made him kind of brilliant doing this on here. I know. But that was a really good try at the demo, and, you know, going for something like that made him awkward enough. Hound follows it up and scores. So that was really good there. That boost pad. See what Hound does with that 50. If he gets a good 50, turn for that boost. If he gets beat, you have to get back, so you have to get, you know, a couple boost pads so you can still play defense. Hound does a good job staying patient. So not a bad effort there, but they do end up scoring because you're up, you know, a goal, 15 seconds left. Get a decent little pop there. But you didn't need to score there. Like how you could have pulled off there, let them clear it. It's part of, you got 10 seconds left just to play defense. You have it all the way on their goal line. Let them clear it. Keep it in their half. For the next 10 seconds, you win, right? Instead, you gotta, you know, both you gotta scramble back and you end up giving up a goal there. This is all good. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the misses or the missed touches. If it's the right idea, I want you to keep going for that. You know what I mean? I don't want you like, oh, you whiffed there. Maybe next time not go. No, you go for it. So I can see that you have the right idea. You know what I mean? It's being just out of position on rotation is what we're trying to, you know, eliminate. By slipstream. That's a great shot by Hound there. You guys both rotate back very well there. Just a little bit too high. That's fine. And he did really good job trying to get back. And that's a great shot, Hound. Grab that boost. Dust him over the top. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, part of the replay review isn't... I'm not going to call you like, oh, you missed there. You can't miss that. Like, I've seen our GL team completely miss the ball. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? None of us are SSL. None of us are going to be perfect. But if you rotate, if your rotation's properly rotated, I can't talk. Been talking for too long. But yo, good night, pods. I'm more looking at, you know, rotation wise and things we can work on. Because if you position yourself correctly in almost every game, you're going to end up on top of almost every game. Let me set this up here. So this is game 2. Good sheet. That just ends up in. Okay. Still get back to that ball, so you didn't full send it. Rotation's really good. Oh, that would have been a crazy goal there if you get that. That's a good demo. Got a good demo out on him. The bump and the aggression's really good right now. Double committing on defense isn't bad. As long as it's cleared, you have plenty of time to recover. The only time a double commit is bad if it's on their half, really. Right here, you know, to be able to communicate like which person has this here is damn near impossible, because Colada can get this ball, Hound, you can get this ball, right? And you don't want it to go in, so double commit here isn't bad. Unless you bump each other off or, you know, somehow 50 each other and go straight down for a free goal. So you guys got it clear. One's still back, able to, you know, stop it. And that's just an unfortunate miss, Colada, and that's all right. The idea was there. Just a little bit more communication. So like when you went back to 50 this, you jumped. As soon as you jump, just say I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Then Hound knows, and you guys might have, I don't know. I can't hear the comms right now, so. But almost get a save on it. Clado, you did pretty much. Almost get a save on it. Clado, you did pretty much as you could do there. So you got bumped. You cheated. He cheated. You guys are going to be about the same boost. So if you 50 him, it's not like if it bounces in front, the same boost. So if you 50 him, it's not like if it bounces in front, bounces up, it's not going to be a free gold. Nobody has boosts to get up there and shoot that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even that bad of a play to pull off. It just led to a missed touch, and you popped it for him. That's all. Rotations there isn't bad. You gotta buy enough time for a Hound to get back. A little mistouch off the wall, but you're able to recover. That save is kind of crazy, actually. Yeah, that's a really good save. Good control here, too. You recognize you weren't getting pressured, you grab boost, and now you're carrying it over the top. That's great recognition. That's good recognition by Hound there to let them kind of throw it in front of their own net. He has you beat, see where the touch goes. I know you could have shot that. You could have got a little bit better of a hit, but it's going to happen. Not every touch, not every opportunity is going to be able to get finished. End up getting a nice pass out. Heiser just hit, try to shoot that towards one of the corners. First time off of his hood, I would go. So right here would be a decent chance to go. He could still do something. You don't know how much chance to go. He could still do something. You don't know how much boost he has either. But right there, I would go. Because that's a mistouch. Even though he still has possession, that's a mistouch. You let it bounce one more time, and he gets that second touch because of it. I know you're playing backwards. It's a 1v1 situation. You're scrambling back. But that I would count that little touch there off of his roof, because he doesn't catch it. It doesn't stay on his roof. It bounces off. That's when you want to go. Because that prevents him from getting that third touch around you. Communicate that a little bit better, because Colada went towards the ball there as well. You guys might have. Again, I can't hear the comms. That's good. Going for that demo was really good there. Kind of forced him to panic a little bit. And I think, was it Hound who stayed back here? So seeing that Cloud is still rotating back and could possibly get a demo, going back there is actually a really good play. Because that could have happened. He just went a little bit too fast. Because he flicked. You could have taken control of this ball here. And even though you were low on boost there, Hound. And you could have maybe taken a shot there. Just being there slows down the play enough, lets Claudia get back. That's your second. You pretty much, especially on defense, that first man's job is to buy time for the second man to come in and be able to get boost, get back. That's exactly what you did there. Where did you go? You just rotated too far out of the play here, Hound. So he gets that cut back. Get these boost pads. And get back into the play. But instead, see how much time he has now? You end up getting a 50, but he wins the 50. Get those pads. Focus on small pads. AL did the same thing. Did a couple times where they went back and got boosts. Didn't make them pay or anything, but being hyper focused on the big boost, full boost, you know, it can cost you some offensive pressure. Because if you can keep the ball in on their offensive side, that's actually a really good shot. Keeping that pressure up, it'll just wear them down. Because you keep that pressure up, you go 50, steal their boost. Next person comes in, 50, steal a boost. Now they don't have boost. Keep that pressure on, because as soon as one of you rotate all the way back for boost, that second man can't keep. But if you go away from that ball, he clearly has you beat, and he takes it to the sidewall. Like, buys you a little bit of time. You beat, and he takes it to the sidewall. Like, buys you a little bit of time to get those small pads. So let's see. So Hound goes for that, which isn't bad. But you were already faced that direction. Go take that long path around. Especially, it's going up the court or up our sidewall. You can't really do too much because you flip underneath this ball and he goes over the top. And it's not a strong shot or anything. So if you get those pads, you're definitely blocking that. You know what I mean? Because I think you end up tapping it high. So if you look at the path that it actually takes, if you would have rotated the back post here, you're saving that. You know what I mean? So just focus on getting small pads a little bit. That's not a bad opportunity. Nice pass over to Heiser. That's good that you're looking for those passing plays. Just didn't work out. Go keep trying that. Keep going for that type of thing. That's not bad at all. Good rotation back to stop that. Properly. So they're not doing anything special yet. But the biggest takeaway is go for those small pads. Those small pads are the biggest issue. Instead of rotating back for all the way back for a boost, or instead of, you know, letting them out for free or not taking the right path to get those small boosts, that gave up that one goal there towards the end as well. So this is game 3, right? I believe so. Thank you for leaving that, Hound. Breakfast does that to me all the time. For sure, Hound. I'll have the VOD up. The VOD will be saved, so you can watch the rest if you'd like. But thank you for leaving that boost for Heiser here, because I don't know how many times Breakfast just takes that boost on me. When that is Heiser's boost. That is the kickoff's boost. Especially if you go to the corner and cheat. But if you cheat here, that's actually should be your boost. It kind of depends on where the kickoff goes, and then that's your boost Heiser if you cheat. But since you took that one, you have to leave that one for Heiser, and that's exactly what you did, which is really good. Instead of going up for that one, Heiser, I would stay down and get back to the goal line. Because of the way, because you're trying to defend the shot and he's trying to shoot the shot. So he's going to be taking a direct path to that, usually they're gonna have you beat in like an instance like that. So I would go back to the midline, and you know it bounced. So instead of, I mean, you react quick to it, but the advantage there is with the offense, because you kind of have to take it a little bit slower to be able to clear this ball. So I would just go back to the goal line. It's not a bad, you know, go trying to clear that. It's not, I wouldn't say that's bad at all, but I would definitely just get back, because he ends up putting a pretty weak shot on. You could have saved that, right? And I watched this game the whole time. I think you guys are better than them. I think if we run that back and you guys played just like an hour or two more together, you probably at least 3-1 them, maybe even 3-0. So again, it's just kind of getting games in, getting used to each other. Well, it's just kind of getting games in, getting used to each other. But overall, I mean, communication-wise, just playing a little bit more games. And we're doing these replay reviews to get better and to look for something to get better at. So one thing that you guys both can get better at is going for those small pads. Everyone can get better at communication. Everybody can, you know, have better ball touches. That's not what we're looking at, right? It's rotation-wise, are you in the right spot? And are you, you know, giving your teammate time to get back? Or stuff, you know, small stuff like that. What's up, Jace? I'm doing a replay review. So I'm not even playing tonight. So let's see what happens here. Taking it to the corner was the right thing, but you hit a little bit too hard, putting Colada in a little awkward spot. That was a good play out of them. A couple unfortunate touches. So here, how I would take, it's not actually a bad shot. The goal is open. If you put it a little bit farther to the right, it's probably in. I was going to say you could probably take control of this, but taking a shot here isn't a bad opportunity. You put some speed on it too. He's just there. I can't think you can get that corner boost. You wouldn't have saved that. You did everything perfectly there. What's up, Oliver? Can you and your brother? I'm not playing tonight. Same with you, Jace. I'm not playing Rocket League tonight. I'm just doing this replay review, and then it's gonna just be too late. But we can definitely get some games in some other time. I'll be on tomorrow. If you want to add me, I'm JustTheBlade66. You can add me. But yeah, that's a crazy good save. And you didn't hesitate for a second. You got back. You didn't focus on trying to get any kind of boost. You got back. You didn't focus on trying to get any kind of boost. And that's not a bad... So Hades misses that. The second he missed that, you went for a demo. Really good idea. Even though you missed it, that's okay. The idea is a great idea. And you actually turned around, and I don't know how that doesn't go in either. So you guys got robbed on 2 here. How does this... That's tough. Unfortunate. You guys, it should be 2-2 here. Not lying at all. You guys should be 2-2. And, you know, it's stuff like that that can easily get you guys frustrated, and you guys didn't really get frustrated almost all of this. all this whole series, I didn't hear, you know, maybe a little bit like, oh, I should have got a better touch. Oh, I should have done this, but not like, you guys, you know, it's 2-0 right now, and they just got a lucky bump to prevent what could have been your third goal to take the lead. So it's not like, was the end of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-2. That seems like actually 1, 2, yeah, 5-2. It seems like it's a crazy outcome. But in reality, you guys were right there this whole game. Just a couple, you know, different types of touches, a couple unfortunate 50s, and some crazy saves out of them, and a really lucky bump. You know what I mean? I know that part could be really frustrating, but overall, you guys did. I don't see anything seriously wrong. Especially a lot of like the commits and staying in the play for too long. Almost all those happened game 1, and that's just you guys not playing with each other. Because once you guys settle down the series, this has been good. So you just try to keep the ball in play here. So I would just rotate out there, Hound, because you end up giving up a free goal. That's your first really free goal of the series, like free. And it was from you guys being aggressive. I don't mind that at all. A lot of it seems like you guys just need to play a little bit more games together. Using that back wall. The only other thing you could have done is try to get all the way around it and try to pass that into Hound, but again, that's asking a lot. And to pull that off while he's trying to rotate back. And that right there, trying to go for that, I mean, he has you beat, but being aggressive, you're down 2, minute left. I don't mind it. But it does cost you a goal. Because Hound's not able to get back. He has a chance, but you both kind of, you know, panic a little bit, go a little bit faster than you should have. And that's all right. It's going to happen. Especially down 2, running out of time, try to make something happen. That's a great shot, Hound. Good 50, good control. Yeah, Colada, just let Hound do his thing right here, really. You don't need to come in. He's still underneath the ball. He got a little pop forward. It's actually past both of them. So if you don't fly in here, it might actually be a free net. Let's see. Hound's got him beat, gets that second touch. If you're just following him up a little bit slower, you have a chance to at least put that shot on. So you're just a little bit... Honestly, for the most part, I mean, you gave up 1 or 2 free ones there. Gave up 1 towards the end that was free. Just being aggressive, trying to force it, trying to get back in the game. Plays like that are going to happen. Because if you score there, because you full set that and you took a risk, I'd rather see you take the risk, especially at that point when you're down late in the game. Take the risk. Please take the risk. But if you're up 1 there and you do something like that, that's a different story because you don't need it, right? But there you did need it. But let's go to the next game here. So I would definitely be cheating. Definitely cheat. The only times I don't cheat in 2s is if we're in the back here and we're both lined up next to each other. Or if we're both on each side. That's the only time where I don't personally cheat. If you don't want to cheat, fine. But for the most part, almost every, you know, high level player, obviously we're talking about players that can do, that could probably be all four of these other players on the field by themselves, that kind of caliber, they always cheat, right? So you might as well get in the habit of cheating now. But I still don't mind if you don't cheat. It's not bad, because I was gonna say Colada come back post here, but you actually end up getting the boost, getting a nice 50 out. He just beats Hound there, and a pinch 50 out straight out to the player, straight into our net. Like, there's not really much you can do about that. You could have, you know, not 50'd him, just let him carry it over. Hound's there in position. You could have done that, but that's, I'm not saying that's a bad 50 at all. It just pinched out straight to the other player, and he shoots a nice shot right on. Shit like that's just gonna happen. Just unfortunate, really. Hound, your aerials, especially this series, have been phenomenal. That's a good cut there by Hound. Fortunate you went a little bit too fast to get that 50 on him, but that's alright. That's not a bad shot there. Not a bad try at all. So you do miss that mid, but you do collect, you know, at least a boost pad to get back. You want to collect a little bit more, obviously, but the way that you defended there was pretty good. That's not bad at all. You guys kind of panic here at the goal line, make a nice touch out, and they kind of, you know, scramble to try to score. But it's good defensive possession there. But honestly, the way you guys are playing, you guys are playing off each other really well, because you're being aggressive at the right times, and when you're aggressive, your second man is recognizing that you're being aggressive, and he's giving you a little bit of space in case you miss. So, you know, you're playing off each other really well. That cut, you didn't need that cut, because Hound's just waiting for the ball to come, right? So this is Hound's ball 100%. He's got full boost. He's looking at him. Your job there, honestly, go grab that mid boost so they can't, right? Just get behind Hound, let him take that 50, get him defensive position. So right here, you double committed a couple times here, which... This is still Hound's ball unless you communicate it. Because then you end up, you know, double committing. And who gets this 50 here? Do you even touch this ball, Heiser? So, if you don't full send for this ball, it's a free net, right? Because you would have been on the right side, you would have been rotated back, free goal. So you're getting a little bit antsy. I know you're down one. Series point. Oh, just a little bit off. And that's not a bad try going for that demo. And that's really good patience, letting him, you know... And that's exactly what happened there. And Heiser... That was a good go. I would kind of like... Obviously, you want to hit that a little bit more forward. Because if you can hit this a little bit more forward, and Hound has a confidence that you're going to get that touch forward, and then he can take that ball, it would have been perfect, right? Instead, it's just a little bit awkward. You're bumping him away. Hound's playing a little bit patient. Easy clear, and now you guys are rotating forward. That's not a bad way to slow him down. And if he hits that shot, he hits that shot, dude. You fucking tip your cap and you fucking Go to kickoff. Can't be too mad about that. That looked like you touched that, but so here you steal your boost. I think you got bumped a little bit. Hades kind of hits it forward. That's not too bad, but you end up in front of Hound, or you end up bumping Hound off of this. So this cut here this is actually a really good cut because Hound's trying to rotate back. You bought him time to rotate back here. It's just unfortunate 50, and then you're trying to rotate back and you end up in front of Hound, slowing him down in the next 50. Focusing on boost pads. Let me fucking ban this. Let me fucking ban this forehead. Comms are good. You know, just little unfortunate touches, some great saves out of them. Overall, not a bad series. Like, you guys aren't clearly making some bad mistakes. You're not... Honestly, the one thing that I've noticed about you guys, which is really, really good, is there's almost no hesitation. If you think you should go for that ball, you went for the ball. And that's a really good sign. Out of both of you, too. You're pulling off some plays to make them throw it away. Really good. It kind of... Most of what I'm seeing, you know, a little mistouch there. You went for the ball, though. That, you know, you're trying. The effort was there. Idea was there. Just didn't pan out. But no hesitation is huge. And that would have been a crazy good play if you get a really good shot on it. You just didn't hit it as hard as you wanted. I can clearly see you didn't hit it as hard as you wanted, but overall, not bad. Didn't hesitate there for a second. It all comes down to you guys just got to play a little bit more with each other. That's really the biggest thing. I noticed that you guys stopped doing in this fourth game compared to especially the first two. Right here, Heiser, go demo him. Don't even think about the ball. Go get him out of that goal. And Hound, if he's coming in to take that ball because you were, you know, no momentum at all, and he has a little momentum coming in, go around the ball, bump him off. Something. Get him out of that goal. Because there's a lot of times so you guys would have demoed one of these guys. Easy goals. Easy goals. This is a perfect example of it. Because this is still Hound's ball. He's got the catch. He got a good 50. He's facing it. One of you two got to bump him out. Because he's hesitant. He's so hesitant that Collada, even if you go take that ball, sit behind it, he's still not going. That gives Hound plenty of time to get around him to bump him out of the way. This is a huge one. Because look at the position. He's out, completely out of the play. No chance he's getting back. He's not going for the ball, You hit it into him. So if you get a really good catch, really good 50, now he's praying for a miracle at this point, right? There's one way that he's stopping this, and it's if you hit it into him. And the game up. You got 30 seconds left to get one more. And now they're going to play nothing but defense. You get another demo. Dude. Tie game, right? And the rest of this game kind of... You can't really take too much away from the rest of this game because it's kind of just... You got to score 3 goals in 15 seconds, so you're full sending literally everything, and... We're not even going to watch the rest, but... biggest takeaway for you guys. I mean, you guys were aggressive. You guys didn't hesitate for a second. Stay back post for a little bit longer. Let them throw it away. JLs aren't going to be too threatening. Not many the only person I saw, only two people I saw in this game doing aerials were you two. You guys were way more threatening than they are. So stay back, let them throw it away. Stay back post for just a second. Wait for that touch to come out, because most of the time it's not going to be a good touch. And then it's a free ball. You got possession, 2v1. A lot of times in the first, especially that first game, especially you, Heiser, you get a boost steal, you'd come back demo one. Perfect, right? But then you slowly drifted away from that. But did some really good aerial plays. You had a couple really good plays, really good shots. A lot of good plays, really good shots. A lot of their saves are incredible too. Most of the time, those shots are gonna fall. So, don't completely change your gameplay. Your gameplay was fine. You didn't hesitate at all. Neither of you guys hesitated at all. So just be a little bit more patient on defense, and don't completely full send on offense. If one person does full send, misses a 50, he's in the back, play a little bit patient, wait for like a little bit of mistouch, and then go challenge. Don't let them have too much time, but when they're on your back wall on defense, wait for them to just throw it away. They're going to 85% of the time. And if you wait and they center it and they put an absolute banger in the corner and you weren't up because I told you to wait and you're doing that, dude, tip your cap. That's a great shot by him, great play by him. And now you know to be up next time. I'd rather, get scored on that and adapt to that, because they're able to do that, than be a little bit too aggressive trying to clear it on defense, and that costs you a goal because you expected a little bit more out of them, or you just weren't patient enough and they get an easy one, because a lot of their shots are really soft. Just kind of stuff like that, just little things. I know we want to win games, but learning this stuff early in the league, early in the season. Yeah, but I wanted to get some in-houses in tomorrow. But I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. We're learning. But I didn't see anything super worrying out of either of you guys. Same with AL. Just try to get some more games in together and work on the chem a little bit, work on the comms, and we should be good. But appreciate you guys at least listening to me and being here for replays. Shows that you guys want to get better, and that's all I can ask for, right? But don't feel bad. Obviously, you can feel frustrated about not winning the series, and that means, it's a good sign because you give a shit. But I didn't see anything there that you should be hanging your head down about or anything from both of you. It was a good series, and we'll get there. All right? But you guys have a good night. Play some in-houses tomorrow. All right? GG's.